Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel with another episode in bWAPP series. Specifically, we are going to continue SQL injection, but this time we'll be dealing with another type of blind SQL injection, which is time-based. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So then, let's head over to Linux VM to start. By the way, I will use Python to automate such exploitation process as well. Okay, so the first is to select the box, what we are going to do in this video. Let me scroll down. Yes, this one, type-based. So this is the second type of blind SQL injection hack. So here we can search movie, for example, like A, and search. But this time, we not only didn't get the list of movies which contains A, but also we didn't get true or false result. The only message what we can get is this one. The result will be sent by email. So how to perform SQL injection? This is time-based blind SQL injection comes to play. Okay, so what I mean, if we put the A and the single quotes in the end, this nothing, we just get the same result. However, if we put the or and sleep, we will introduce another condition. But here the condition is sleep function. This is built in my SQL function. For example, like sleep 5 seconds, and we can put the comment symbol pound. If browser, just now we almost immediately get a back response from the server. So how about this time? We will see. We can click search. You see, our browser is waiting for something. What? Yes. The only difference is this one, sleep. So the background SQL query statement will run this condition or this function sleep. And so this is the reason why we get so long to wait a response back from the server, even longer than 5 seconds. I don't know why, but anyhow, this can confirm two things. First, the application is indeed vulnerable. Secondly, we can take advantage of time-based injection technique to perform SQL injection. Okay? So how to go further? We need to take a different payload. And this time, we can integrate with another function of MySQL, if. Okay? If function, this is the syntax. So the condition and the value, if true, we'll set this value. And if false, we'll set it to another value. Okay, so let me show you what payload we can construct. Okay, so for example, we can A, or, and we have if statement. In the end, should be comment as usual. Next, we can have the condition, the condition, and sleep like 5 seconds. And the last value, last argument doesn't matter. We can, for example, like put a 1. And what's the condition? For example, I want to know the length of database len, so we can use length, okay, to see whether the length of the database len is equal to like 2. If the condition is false and this will not work, or this function will not be effective, okay? So now we can put the how to get the database name, select and a database, but I think it would be better to use parentheses to wrap. Okay, so now we can copy and put into this box and search. You know, we almost immediately got a back response from the server. This means the length is not actually 2 characters in length. How about we change this to 5? As we know, the database name is bWAPP. So now this time, browser will wait for about 5 seconds, even longer. Okay, we can copy and search. You see, our browser is waiting and waiting. And then, so by this technique, we can enumerate the length of database. And if you want, we can use the Python to automate this process. Okay, let me do it now quickly. So how to do? Let me open Developer 2 of a browser and navigate to Network tab. And when it's done, we can trigger a new request and copy the request as a Q command. And then we can use this online service to convert, okay? So this can help us generate a Python program very quickly, okay? So now let's go back and we can trigger a new request like a B and the search, okay? And we can copy value as a Q command and then paste into this window. And we can copy Python code to clipboard. And then we can, for example, let me create a new file exploit for and paste in here. So now we need to do some modifications. So now we can import time module. And next, we can define the check function. I here stands for, you know, the I stands for length of database. Okay, so now we can indent all lines below. Okay, but as usual, we need to construct a payload. We can use a format string, and the payload we can copy it from notebook and paste in here. Here should be placeholder. Oh, like I. Okay, so that's all. Of course, we should use this title variable. Next, oh, yes, time. So the start time, we can use this function to get the, you know, the return the current time in seconds since this one. Okay, and then we can get the current time when we receive the response. So end time, and we can have if statement. So end time minus start time. We need to use parentheses if larger than 5, and then we can return true. Otherwise, return false. Okay. So now we can have for loop for I in range. I think we can start from 1 to 20, and then we can if check I returned value is true, or returned result is true, and then we can print something like found length of the current database name. Okay, and we do not need to continue break. And also I'd like to introduce some sort of a delay between each request. That's all. So now let me bring back the terminal window to run it. Exploit for to see whether we can get back the length of current database name. If we can, of course, we can use the same approach to get back exact name of the database. Of course, we need to use other MySQL functions like substring, but also we need to use this if function. This is if function. Here, if is not conditional statement. This is a function. Okay, and this function of MySQL. All right. And also, we can use this way to extract entire database structure, dump data, but this would be very time consuming. However, I hope you have really got an idea and the approach to perform time-based SQL injection. Okay, let me bring back the window. Yes, we successfully found length of current database name 5, which is accurate. With that being said, that's pretty much it. If you think this video is helpful, please consider making donations through my Patreon. You're greatly appreciated. Okay, so see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day. Please.